Good morning, everybody. It is Jobs Friday, first Friday of the month, October 6th. Yeah, rather than offend any woke weakness, QQQ 360s. Printed early, printed. As of right now, we are 40 cents short of 360. And it's Jobs Friday, so I'm not going to waste a lot of time on looking at this, looking at that, looking at everything else. I'm going to focus on one particular item, and I want to bring it to your attention, and that is your weekly candle. So, just going to zoom in here to what you are familiar with, which is the drop. 2022, the high right there at the beginning of the year, and the drop. Now, many of you remember inside here in that March bounce top, down all of April, all the way down here into the middle of May, we had 7 consecutive red weekly candles. I went over this during that time because I got fucked. I got fucked playing that 4th red weekly, which was a big one. And then I got fucked again playing the 5th red weekly, which, as I can show you here, was a doji. Literally opened at 4307, closed, or no, opened at 4130, closed at 4123. It's down 7 points on the week. And we wound up going lower. We wound up going lower into that May low for the bounce, and then finally dropping down into the June low. Things were a lot different than they are now. We had 4 red weeks here in December of 2022, where again, I got fucked. I was calling, as everybody in the world knows already well, that the Santa Claus rally happens that last week of the year. And instead, that last week of the year was open at 38.43, close at 38.39. A 5-point week. The very next week, everybody already knows what took place, as we had that massive launch up into the February highs for the perfect short for the biggest bounce that nobody believed until we started to blow off in June. Point being, we are in our 5th, we have 4 consecutive red weeks. We're working on a 5th as of right now. So you go back as far back as you want to go. Here's 3, 2021, another 3, another 3. Go back to COVID, 5. COVID is COVID. Everybody knows that. 3, again, right here, right in September. Nice weak spot of the year, September 2021. Come over into, 2019. Come over here into the 2018 drop, which many of you were here. You know, we timed it perfectly. The drop, the bounce, and then the redrop. 3 and 3. Never had 4. Here's your 2018 high right after the open. Go back. June 2016, 2017, 3. Literally, you go back as far as you want. You have 4 where we topped there right after Brexit, or right into Brexit. You had 4 after we had our bounce over there in April. Sorry, that's not 4, that's 3. Take that off. Remove your drawing. See, you don't always see stuff and you got to check 3 in a row. But again, you go back and you go back and you go back. You have 4 over here in 2014. When you start going back, and especially after you break out, here's your 2016 going into Brexit. Here's your 2014 after your big bounce. Look at this huge move. 4, 6 right here. And right here in this 2011 was when the H1N1 bird flu virus was breaking out. Here's your 4, here's your 4, here's your 4 to end the drop, which even during the drop in 2007, 2009, you go through and look, 4s are there. So anyway, the point being, we are on a 5th week, which is rare. Bring it into your daily over here onto your SPX, looking at your full moons. Look at it any way you want. Full moon placement plus or minus 3 days fits right there perfectly. However, we are down on the week. So today with the jobs report and how we are moving up right now into the open prior to the jobs report, my hands are up in the air. They can't fucking close this thing red, is where I'm sitting here. You look at it in every different direction, including how you crush the VIX on Fridays. They can't close this fucking week red. They can't do it. It's impossible. It's Dan Marino against a fucking little league football team saying, how can this guy not throw 6 touchdowns today? QQQ touching into 360s right now. Again, my best case view going into Monday, I want to see that 360, 361. Breaking here, 360, 360, 50. That's your first initial breakout. Thus, that was why a little bit of the, oh my God, Tim offended me when he screamed, look at the Q60, 360 calls. Futures right here, yes, we are on a fractional, little bit of a breakout. We're starting to get a little bit healthier over on the Dow, over on the Russell, which have been the big weak links. Here we are over on the ES, attempting to make the move up to that 4309.25. Net NQ 15,000 is well off, but again, it's Jobs Friday. Again, being that we are down 4 weeks in a row, it really comes to question, how in the hell are they going to close this below 42.84.52? And then when you've got your close there on the prior Friday, 42.88, the highs of the month right here at 4,358, are they going to waste this candle and close it up 42.84.53 just to get a penny so that they can say they had a green week? I don't think so. So there, my trade of the week still stands. I still stand confident with it. Obviously, there are strategies to use when looking at these big 100, 150, 200% returns on these credit spreads. You want to be in a position that you understand that when you got into the trade, you're ready to roll the trade if you do need to roll the trade, as what happened last week when the 4th red week showed up. So jobs are at 8:30 and the closing bell is at 4 o'clock, which comes after the opening bell at 9:30. And somewhere in between there, I will say hello to everybody and wish everybody a happy weekend. But let's close this motherfucker green and let's do this thing right. Have an awesome day. Have an awesome weekend. I'll catch you in the chat room.